Are we on?
We are on.
I got my
Yay.
lucky shirt.
I'm going to start
Got
it
my
on.
lucky shirt on.
You got your lucky
Yeah, I
shirt.
gotta find the Facebook thing.
We are
here.
on. Oh, let me mute this.
I gotta turn
There we
some
go.
Sound off.
So, okay. So we're live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. Oh, hi, Amanda. Hi, Susie. Hi, YouTube. I'm just going to be doing a little housekeeping. I think I'll share my screen here. If you're watching me on Facebook and you want to see my screen, I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. And you can see my screen. So that's what I'm doing. And hey, David. Hey, Michael. And so anyway, I'm going to be launching the Kickstarter live and seeing if it can fund while we're on the live stream. That's going to be the question. And if you haven't watched my first video, I'm basically doing a video series of like how to launch a 6-figure Kickstarter. And so that's going to be kind of the goal with all this. And I shared like all the strategies that I'm employing on the first YouTube video. And this is Wayne behind me. You probably can't see him, but you can probably hear him back there.
I'm here. No, that was an ad.
And so I have a list of housekeeping things. So before I get started, I'm going to start showing and sharing stuff, but I got to share some of these streams to some of my other channels really quick, and then I'll get going. And we are going to launch this right at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, noon on the East Coast of the US, and 9 o'clock on the West Coast. So we're going to do a countdown and we're going to launch, and then we're going to watch and see if, we're just going to watch the numbers come in and see if we can make our goal during the stream. So I'm just going to read my notes here. I have a whole set of notes on things to do after I go live. Let's see, I went live on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm going to share this YouTube stream to my Facebook business page. So bear with me for just a second while I do that. Let's see. And I'll be giving you guys my attention as soon as I can figure out how to share these things. Here we go. And the YouTube, the Facebook fan page or business page is so complicated now. I will be with you guys in just a second. Okay, so I got that done. And if you're on Facebook, I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. And hopefully, Wayne, have you put the link in there on Facebook, Wayne? Did you?
Can't find the link.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Macintosh here to help me out.
Okay. Let's see what's next on my list here. I'm just going to share this to Twitter really quick. Because interestingly enough, Twitter does not allow you to, like when you live stream, when you just go straight live, it doesn't automatically tweet, which I have my YouTube account set up to do that. Okay, so I think that's all I need to do right now, this minute. And so I was just going to basically share with you guys what I'm doing here. This is what you're seeing on my screen right now is the Kickstarter, and I wanted to record the launch process so you can, like, if you're thinking about doing one of these on your own, you can actually like see what it's like behind the scenes. So like if I go to, and again, if you're on Facebook, you can go over to YouTube and on my YouTube channel at Will Terry and check out what I'm doing. But this is the preview of the Kickstarter right here. So if you haven't seen that, this is kind of what it looks like right here. And but then if I go back out of that, um, this is the Kickstarter. You have to kind of fill out information. You put your story in there. You put your video in there. You put all the information about your Kickstarter, your reward levels. You put your payment information, like your bank account information. And once all that stuff is done, then you can hit a button to submit it to Kickstarter, and then they review it. And on this one, again, if you're on Facebook, I'm live streaming on YouTube, sharing my screen. But they on this project, and I think it's because we had a successful one last time. When we hit submit our project, it was instantly approved, and I think that's because they at Kickstarter they had been watching our they had been seeing us building the page because we were building the Kickstarter for about a month before we launched, and so they were able to see it on their screen, I guess. And as soon as we pushed submit, it was instantly approved, and then it gave us this screen right here. So this prepare to launch. So I'm going to click this button again. If you're on Facebook, I know you can't see, but I'm on YouTube streaming live right now, and on my Will Terry channel. And so when I hit this prepare to launch, it's going to take me to this screen, and then I have to, read the terms and all and click this button. I'm not going to do that because that's like the safety, because then the launch now button will appear, and we're going to launch in 8 minutes from now, at the top of the hour, right on the money. And so I didn't want to, I don't want to launch early and I don't want to launch late. So we've told everybody, and the reason for that is we've told everybody about our super early bird, and there's 300 of them, so there should be enough that if you're quick, you can easily get in there and grab one. We're hoping that they go quick because it would be kind of neat to see us fund right here on Kickstarter. But here is let's see. So here's the super early bird, and there's 300 of these, and I can't see the reward button on the side because we haven't launched yet. But if you were actually, like, once I launch, you'll be able to see the button over there. These, and because I'm doing this on my YouTube as a series on like how to run a Kickstarter, some things to expect is that we put these buttons here, which is basically, it's not a button, it's the whole image, and it will link over to the pledge level where you actually buy the book. But you can't link these buttons until the Kickstarter launches. So Ian is sitting over here on his laptop, and he is, as soon as we hit launch, he's going to be frantically trying to link these images to the appropriate pledge level on the side. So if you are going in to buy one, don't click on that claim this reward button. It won't work in the first few minutes. It'll work a few minutes later. At once he links it, just go over to the side, and we're blowing out 300 of these hardcovers at $25, and so
Let them know that it's only for today.
Only for today, yeah. So if they don't go, I think they'll go pretty quick, but if they don't, it will end today. It's a 12-hour time limit. So let me see. Let me see if there's any comments or questions. Let's see. They confirmed my identity. I don't know what you're talking about, Brent. Looking over here on YouTube. Thanks, guys. So the link, yeah, I can actually put the link in the comment section right now. I talked about this on the other stream, but if you use the link that I'm putting on, it's actually in the description on this video, but I'll put it in the chat as well. So if you use that link, then our Fund It Today guys don't get a piece of our money, which is really cool. So we'd rather you use that link, and it's also in the description on this video. For Facebook, I thought Wayne was going to try to do this, but he's trying to figure out how to. Are you still? Where's?
Typing in this link.
Oh, he's on the computer now. Okay. So on Facebook, he's going to put that link in there. So we're looking at T-5 minutes, it looks like. And if any of you guys have any oh, my hands are sweaty. Nervous for me. Are you more nervous that we won't fund, or that we won't reach six figures? Because I use the word we, so I'm dragging you guys in, even though they're like, don't do that. I like provocative titles, and I really do believe that with all the things we have in place, we will easily reach six figures on this Kickstarter. Or I wouldn't have put that as the title, but it is provocative to say that ahead of time. And one thing that I did learn, and it's surprising because apparently everybody knows this. Chip, you're nervous you won't get the hardcover. Yeah, you'll get one. Yeah, you'll get one. One thing that I found out from Derek Loftman, and I can mention Derek now, and if you don't know his work, you should definitely check him out. Let me throw a link to him in the live stream. You can search him on Instagram. He's really big on Instagram. I'll give you his website before we launch here. We're doing a little cross promotion because he just launched his Kickstarter, so you can check his out as well. And I really love his art. As soon as I started doing these little characters, I just put his in the chat on YouTube there. As soon as I saw his stuff, I loved it, and I'm like, oh, it's a totally different take on it. And he does a ton of work for Hasbro and for Marvel, and has designed some pretty high profile projects. And he's working with Jake right now on Jake's Art Drop Club, so he'll be one of the featured artists there. And so why did I bring him up? Oh, he's the one who told me to update my last Kickstarter so that all of the backers on my last one, I had about 750 backers on the first book. And if I make an update, then all of them will get an email from Kickstarter alerting them to this one. So I did that this morning. So that's a thing that I didn't have on the last video that I've added to my list of marketing strategies that we're doing. And so, hey, Charlie, how's it going? When you set up for Kickstarter account, they have you confirm your identity. I had to send in mine. See more. I hope I don't remember. Let's see. As soon as I sent my ID, it was confirmed. Project instantly approved as well. Oh, cool. So apparently that's a thing now where you can get approved instantly, because I guess they're looking ahead of time. So maybe they don't get backlogged if there's a bunch of people. Okay, you guys, we have like less than 2 minutes, and you guys going to do the countdown with me over here?
You bet.
Okay.
I'm going to sit over here because I have stuff to do.
Okay. I better bring up the launch screen again.
Can I do the countdown with you?
Yeah, come on over and do the countdown, Jake.
Is it right now?
We're like T-minus a minute and a half or something like that.
10 seconds. Yeah, I'll wait till 10 seconds.
Yeah, why hurry?
I got it all.
I'm live right now, Key. If you're on Facebook, I'm live streaming this and sharing my screen on YouTube, and my channel is just Will Terry. And so
I'll have that link here in about just in time for the countdown.
Just in time for the countdown. So this is, again, if you joined us late, this is the screen where you launch, and this is like the safety button right here. So we're less than a minute, you guys. We're 50 seconds.
Just sharing your screen for YouTube.
Yeah, I was going to try to do the Facebook Live thing. And
You're doing that from your phone, though.
I'm doing that from the phone. Yeah. Well, because I tried some software and it made me iffy. It made me nervous.
Said his instantly approved too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
So
I'm
Wayne just put the
reading
link to the
things
to the
now.
Kickstarter where you can watch it update as soon as we pull the trigger here.
So do you want me to back you right away for like $100?
Sure.
1,000 would be.
Okay, you guys,
Okay.
15 seconds. You ready?
Yeah.
On safety off.
Okay, now I gotta turn this off. I gotta call Annalise.
I didn't
Okay,
bring any balloons.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Did we fund?
It says launched.
What took
We're
us so long?
launched. Congratulations. Your project is live.
Wait, nobody's buying anything.
Come on, you guys, get on there. Who's been our first buyer? Okay, so we're on there.
Okay, we're
All right,
live.
send
It
it
says we're
back.
live.
Send the publish. Give everybody the publishing notified. All right.
So,
Okay, I'll let you go.
okay. There we go. Is there some money starting to populate? Somebody just spent $25. Thank you.
Yay, that's our first buyer. Cha-ching. Serenity now.
75.
Do we do the Serenity now?
Hey,
thing,
look at
or was
that.
it like a bell we ring? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, the bell.
Was it-
The Serenity now on
You're not gonna get away with that
Seinfeld.
water pick.
So, Everett says she's
Cool.
trying to get this hardcover deal as well. Yeah. Why is my heart rate increasing?
Mine
Go,
too.
go, go.
I got goosebumps.
Final countdown. Derek's work is amazing. Yeah, Kendra.
It's the final count.
So
All right, now what?
it's on
We
its
got things to
way.
Talk about, right?
Well, it's going right there. You can see
Sweet.
it's
You're
working.
8% funded, Will.
I'm
We need to
8%.
We need to draw one of those. You know the what do you call it? The thermometer.
The
We start
thermometer.
marking
Yeah.
them with red
Yeah.
magic marker.
Yeah. If you're joining us on Facebook, we're live on YouTube right now.
There's so many things happening all at once that I can't even load and edit the project yet.
You can't. Oh, it's you can't get in.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So his Kickstarter link is slowed down. He's trying to link those buttons, and there's just too many people on that.
Good.
Okay.
Overloading it right now.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
That is good.
But this, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is I really wanted to see if you try to employ as many of the strategies as you can that at least that we've heard of or that seem feasible, like what is possible, so and the marketing guys that we talked to said Kickstarter just isn't the same beast as it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago. It's a lot harder now, and you need to be more.
You need to have these bulldogs in your corner.
Yeah, you've got to employ a lot more strategies than you used to, which is
one we haven't. I mean, we haven't really had anyone write an article about us. I mean, there's one of the ones
Yeah.
we've heard about it. And we haven't reached out for that.
yeah, that's one thing we didn't do is we really didn't spend time trying to contact make connections with publications that will write up about what you're doing. Everett, you got your hardcover. Awesome.
So another thing,
Yeah.
we did try. I mean, I contacted a bunch of celebrities, like Danny Trejo,
Yeah.
and none of them really. Most of them didn't get back with me, and the ones that did wanted way too much money, I think, to tweet something
Right.
or to not tweet it. What's it called on Instagram? To Instagram something.
To Instagram it.
Gram it.
Yeah.
And we just decided for their amount of people on Instagram, it wasn't worth the 500 to so many $1,000s that they wanted.
The buttons
Right.
work.
Buttons
All
work.
good.
The buttons work now. Oh, awesome.
Yep. So
Yeah.
working. Okay.
So, hey, if anybody, I'll answer questions on either Facebook or if I see them.
I'll try to look at the Facebook stuff.
Yeah. Let's start
Thanks,
with that.
Jonathan. If anybody has any questions on like any part of the strategies that we're doing on Kickstarter, I'll speak to those as well.
Let's see. Cheryl says, yay. That's cool. I know her.
If you haven't seen the first video and you're interested in doing a Kickstarter, I'm going to put this in the playlist on how to run a 6-figure Kickstarter. So if you didn't watch the first one, go watch that one if you're interested in like the things that we
Lisa made
did.
another copy.
So, hey, Anna, thanks. And thanks, Everett. He says our 3-point perspective podcast rocks. Yeah.
I used to do a 4-point perspective podcast. Where you look in the middle and it gets
A
tapers
4-point
at the
perspective.
top, tapers
Right.
at the bottom like a building.
Right.
Something flatter.
I want to share this an image on Facebook, so it's going to take me just a second here.
I'm seeing myself on here.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it looks weird.
in a loop. Well, it happens later.
Right,
So my stuff anyway.
right.
Just kind of weird to see it happen after the fact. Oh, I know something we can do while we're waiting to make all this money. Look what we got in the mail.
Oh yeah.
We didn't really, but
Well, I was going to show them this one because I've got this one here.
oh well. First, show them this.
Well,
one.
we're going to do an unboxing of
I
that,
know, well,
but we're
then-
not going to do it on here.
No, don't do it now. Just look. You can have one of these.
So
I went through a lot
Wayne
of
Wayne
process
Wayne
to
is
box
somewhat
this up.
lying to you right now, but we do have a couple of the books, but they're not really
To be exact.
the book
That's why it's
because
shrink wrapped.
we paid for some mock-ups so we could do an unboxing and also have them at shows. We're going to be at 3 different shows during this Kickstarter, and
It's good though, right?
I just want to know how you got David
So,
Lee Roth to be.
this is-
your business partner.
this is the old book, and we just had a cover put on it.
That's your Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Putting covers on old
And it
books.
cost money.
Yeah, it looks backwards on that, but so yeah, so there you go. Okay, I'm just gonna update Facebook here.
You want me to send that link thing again?
Sure. And thanks to everybody. This has been a really fun project. It's if you haven't followed my story, I really do owe all the credit to a lot of different people. Like first I owe credit to Jake Parker for encouraging me to do these fan art characters, because I wasn't doing anything like that when I, like what, 3-4 years ago, I wasn't doing anything like this. And
Look at Jake. I mean, neither was I.
yeah, and so now I'm just blown away by being able to work on this project. Time for figure drawing class. Okay, see you later. Oh, good, Lisa. Lisa got one. All right. Yeah, it was just a neat thing. My brain is kind of going in a million directions right now. But yeah, it was just really fun to be able to see this project grow, and especially from our first convention where I felt like we had failed because my booth was set up so horribly, and I didn't think I was going to keep doing this. I mean, I thought I was going to do it for a little while, but I didn't think it would turn into anything like this. And then Wayne here is responsible for, like, because he took it on the road, and I think he's done somewhere around 60 shows now.
Probably. I know we did 27 last year.
Yeah, so maybe even more than 60 shows. And he's really the one that kind of would bring back information of what people wanted and which ones they really responded to. So a lot of people question like why he gets so much of a percentage out of this. And some people are just like, gee, why would you ever pay Wayne, a ton of money?
I asked
But
myself.
I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him. So he came up with a lot of the ideas for a lot of the different characters. So
Cool thing, pat on my back, is when we do go out there and we meet friends like at the events and stuff, like our friends, the Rakovich guys, and just our friends out there, they say, where can I get a guy like Wayne?
it's
So that's
true.
kinda cool.
It's true.
Yep, we passed 100 backers.
Okay.
Backers, yay! Why isn't there pizza here?
Posting on my Facebook now.
All right. So we're out there. So anyway, this has been fun, and looks like we're about
Still fun.
halfway to funding. I'll probably continue to stream for another
This
10 or
is how you know
15.
fucking Today's great. They themselves actually backed it too, because they're like, our nephews and nieces would love this.
Oh, really?
You guys are funding today, did?
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to them.
So I'll probably keep going for another 10 or 15 minutes. If it funds in that time, great. If it's really close, I might stay on a little bit longer, but this is what I really wanted, was for people to be able to watch this video series and be able to see the whole process from start to finish. There's some of the things that we didn't film, like we've probably had 4 or 5 meetings with me, you, Ian,
Or 7 when you
and
count our friends
Annalise.
that did the backpack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So we met some gurus, kind of young boys, a couple of
Yeah.
young guys that really slammed it.
Yeah, I talked to them.
Lance and
I talked about
Chris.
them on the last video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can
so
talk to
we've
them.
gotten a lot of
We can
support and
do some
help from
homework.
people.
And then there's your buddy, is it Chris?
Hey,
Derek.
Key Miller pledged.
Yeah, Keith Miller.
We owe you lunch, Key.
Key Miller fought the party. He won't show up. Did I
He,
just say that?
he says, I want my book personally delivered. You'll get your book how we deliver it. How about that?
It will be personally delivered by a person.
You have to
Yeah.
understand, Key's one of those guys who we went to school with, and
got in trouble with.
yeah,
Good times with.
yeah. He's probably my best Native American friend. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Can you think of somebody
he's
that's?
my best friend and he's Native American.
I'm trying to think.
Well, there is you.
Yeah.
So he's probably my best friend. Who
Yeah.
happens to be an American.
Yeah.
And Native American.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Okay.
He's
Well,
awesome.
hey Drew. We're just kind of waiting and watching, and if you're on Facebook right now, I'm live streaming on YouTube and sharing my screen, and we're just kind of looking and watching the numbers come in because we just launched the Kickstarter. And so that's kind of why I'm on Facebook as well, just kind of letting people know. I also posted a link on my Facebook to the Kickstarter. So if you want to go there and see it, you can. And yeah, so the cool thing about this one versus last time when I launched my Kickstarter, I still had about 30 characters to finish. And it created a lot of stress in my life. So as soon as I launched, I was really nervous and had a ton of work to do. Okay, so somebody's asking, hey, Derek, how's it going? Somebody's asking explain the $6,000 mark on this.
As opposed to
A higher, or like, where did we come up with that number?
that's a good question.
So basically that number was pulled out of a hat because it is.
Well, I'm just Key Miller. He put on Facebook. You know, deliver that with some Navajo tacos.
Oh, well, so the thing is, Kickstarter rewards you when you fund. The sooner you fund, you kind of move up in the algorithm. And so, yeah, I wanted a number that we could fully sell and sell out today. And based on our last Kickstarter where we were at 40,000, now that we have so much more reach because we've collected emails, we have all the backers from the last campaign that we have access to when we updated that project, and we have their emails. We just have a lot more reach, and so we felt like we would easily be able to reach the $40,000 mark. And so we wanted to set it lower than we needed. The other thing is, if, for instance, it didn't fund all the way to, we like, if you only raised, like, let's say $5,000 or $6,000, let's say we barely reached our goal and got 6,000 something. And so it funded, would we be in trouble? And the answer is no, because that's actually still enough money to print the books. And you have to understand that because we take these out on the road, we know about how many we sell at each show. So we could easily kick in our own money to fully finish funding the project if we had needed to. So that's why we were able to set it lower. And that actually helps us because we get funded hopefully today. Just kind of hoping that we would get funded during the live stream. Now, the other problem with this that you're seeing is we're putting our shipping on through another company so that Kickstarter doesn't take up 8% of our shipping costs. And that way we can charge the actual cost of shipping instead of bump, like most people on Kickstarter have to pad their shipping by adding a few extra dollars because Kickstarter is going to take some of it.
Well, Kickstarter takes 8% basically.
Yeah, they take 8%. So basically, looking at these numbers, there's no shipping in there. So for most people, when they launch, if they're running their shipping through Kickstarter, you would see those shipping costs in there. And if we were running our shipping through Kickstarter, since shipping is about 30 or 40%, we would actually be close to funding right now. So we're actually lower than we would have been if we were running our shipping through Kickstarter, but we're running it through a survey company that called CrowdOx that we will send after the Kickstarter funds. And I'm not exactly sure when we send those surveys out, but it allows people to go ahead and fill out their shipping information, make sure their address is correct closer to the time when we ship. And so a lot of people, oh, good, Charlie, you got a hardcover. So basically that's it's also good for us in that we can add extra options at checkout. Whereas on Kickstarter, you can't offer the options at checkout. You have to create individual tiers for everything. And this will allow people to choose prints that they want at checkout if they want those kinds of things. And so we decided to, for two reasons. One, and also we didn't want Funded Today to get a percentage of our shipping costs, which they would have. And I covered all that in the first video anyway. So
My daughter-in-law Sarah said she's got one.
oh, good.
Right on, Sarah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're definitely on our way, and it's looking like we probably will fund at some point today. Probably not on this live broadcast, but again, I think we're off to a good start. And then if you're at all interested in learning like what we're going to do and why we think this will eventually end up around six figures, check out the first video. I will put this one in the playlist along with that other one. And you can, if you're thinking about launching something, there are a lot of things that you can do to control your destiny rather than just kind of dumping a project on Kickstarter.
Yeah, if you build it, they will come thing doesn't work.
Right. Right. So anyway, yeah. Let's see. Are you shipping only US or international? We are shipping international. At the bottom of the Kickstarter, I can actually
There's a few
show
countries
you.
that
Yeah.
we've opted out, right? Did
Yeah.
opt out? Yeah.
Well,
No, I labeled it in the. If they're wondering about shipping, go into the campaign page and read.
I'm looking at it right here. And again, if you're on Facebook, I'm on streaming live on YouTube right now.
Did we put ship at your own risk if you live
Yes,
in?
I did.
Yeah.
So we're shipping, and you can see the shipping here on your screen if you're on YouTube right now. And those are estimates. We will have the actual numbers more. What would I say? More specific to your exact location, because when we're going to use a company called CrowdOx. And let me just go out there on the stream and show you that website again. I showed it in the first video, but I'll do it again here. So this is the company that we will be using to run our shipping through. And so if you backed, you will get I believe you'll get an email from these guys, and they'll show you how to check out. But you'll be able to put in your address, and it will figure out your shipping a lot more specifically than the one that I did last time. To make it easier on me rather than figuring out every country, because in your Kickstarter back office, they give you a list of like every country in the world, and you can choose to fill out shipping for each individual country, or you can kind of gang international together. And there's a lot of people that we ship to internationally that kind of complain because we were overcharging them for shipping.
We had to kind of throw a dart. I mean, it
well,
was
yeah.
sort of a guess.
Yeah, and also we didn't know how much Kickstarter was going to take. They say they take between 5 and 8%, or 5 and 10%.
We're on the second page of Comics and Illustration.
Oh, good.
So that's
Awesome.
super good. We're doing good.
So,
You want to tell them what you said?
yeah, he says we're on the second page of Comics and Illustration.
Thanks, Ian.
Yep.
So what else we got going on here? Are we going to be on any East Coast conventions this year?
We're going to be at C2E2 in about 2 weeks.
So that's Chicago.
Annalise and her family. Yeah, that's about as East Coast as it goes. We're still looking at New York.
Are you trying to get into Dragon Con still?
Yes, and New York.
And New York. Yeah, we're still trying.
We're going to be in Tampa.
Oh, you are?
I'm going to be.
Okay,
I'm
Tampa.
taking it to Tampa, and I'm trying to get into the one in Georgia a month later, but they haven't let me know yet.
61% funded already.
So there's
61%
not
funded.
an option to
Right on.
to buy a second book. Can they go in and buy? They can buy it again, but then they have to pay shipping twice. Will there be an option, Ian, on checkout at CrowdOx to buy a second book?
Yes.
Okay,
There'll
so
be the books,
so
there'll
if
be
you
some prints.
yeah, so if you bought one, then when you get your checkout survey, you can add another book, and it won't double up your shipping. I mean, it won't double the price, right?
No, it won't double. It'll add some shipping because 2 books weighs
Right.
uh,
But it's
twice
better
as
than
much.
buying it twice on the Kickstarter.
right.
Okay.
Because the shipping. Yeah.
And then there'll be some print packages. There won't be a ton of options because it'll make fulfilling harder, but we will offer different print packages that go along with the book at checkout. And we will also offer the first book, the little book that the first one that we did, as an add-on at checkout.
And I'm thinking, and we haven't decided or even talked about this at all, but we might give all of our backers a coupon or discount code that they can go on to our Etsy or what's the store?
Our future. So we're gonna
Future
create a
Shopify.
A Shopify
Yeah, we're gonna switch
store
over.
where they can grab a bunch of stuff, and
Mhm.
and get a
We
you
will
know,
take
a we
good
love
care
you.
of our backers.
right, exactly, kind of a good
Yeah.
coupon for them, I think. Let's do it. Is it decided? Okay, we will.
This is asking me, do I want to tag somebody in this video?
Tag me.
That's weird. Like it just says, do you want to tag a certain person in this video?
Yeah.
I
Is that
wonder
like when
why.
you used to poke people and stuff? It is Facebook, right?
Bring them on camera. There's like all kinds of options that I don't know about.
Okay, so someone
You guys, I tried. This is a failure. I tried to get a piece of software to work that would stream this live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I could share my screen on Facebook, but it didn't fully work on my test, and the mic, like the audio, wasn't working. And I just thought, if I try to do that today when we're trying to do this countdown and everything, and if it doesn't work, then it's going to mess everything up. So that's why I'm doing this kind of what do you call it, a hokey kind of a Facebook thing. Not that you're hokey if you're on Facebook. It's just that I wanted to share my screen, and I'm doing that right now on YouTube. But I
shout out to Kyle. He just pledged $55. Go
Cool.
Kyle
Yeah.
Freeman. Here's the question that someone has, and I think it might be fun to answer over the thing.
Mhm.
Annalise, she has someone that asked if it's possible to get a total of 3 hardback books with the super early bird pricing.
There will be add-ons later.
There will be add-ons, but we won't have that $25.
Not
deal.
for the early bird.
So it's like you either pay for shipping 3 times.
Yeah, it does. So like I would suggest that there will be a bundle price.
There'll be a bundle
There will
price.
be a bundle
There will
price.
not be that early bird is for super early bird.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
So-
text that.
Yeah, I know, Chip. OBS. I have OBS. The thing is, Facebook has. So this is what I heard, and Chip.
Okay.
So Chip is a tech guy, and I probably should have contacted him or someone like him. But it wasn't OBS. It was the other software. And I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, but they said that Facebook has rules that you sign when you sign your Facebook account that you won't stream on Facebook and somewhere else at the same time. And so you have to violate your YouTube in order to do it. And OBS won't, at least this is what I heard, OBS won't let you do it. But if you get this third-party software, they kind of bridge the gap and works with OBS. So I don't know. It's something that if I had a Twitch and if I had a Periscope, it would have been really worth it to figure that out. But you guys that are on Facebook right now can hopefully understand that it was too much of a risk to try to do it when the test didn't work. The test worked. It made a video on both sites, but it
We're on the first page.
we're on the first page of comics.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're on the
awesome.
first page of comics.
Awesome. So
Sweet.
looks like we're 2/3 of the way there.
2/3 of the way there.
And
Dang it.
I don't know if we want to keep going.
Yeah, keep going. People can check out if they want, right?
So yeah, we could.
So if anyone wants to go home or turn off the computer now, you can.
You're not
It's
not
gonna
locked
be boring
in.
stuff from now on.
You're not locked in. What else could we share?
Well, share.
We could.
Share.
Do
a
we have
cool
any
anecdote.
cool stories from the show? You know
I
what I
got an
could
idea.
share?
Let's have someone.
Hold on.
let's have
What about
people
that
ask
comment?
Questions.
That comment
So let's
that we
just-
got last night.
I'll come up
It's
Okay,
it's
yeah,
been
that's good.
deleted off of the Kickstarter because
or it's not deleted,
It's
it's,
not-
just replaced because
they don't show you the comments that happened before.
Okay, so can they hear me? I'm
Yeah,
sure they
yeah.
can
Go
hear me.
ahead.
Okay,
So this was
this is
left.
a guy from a super backer. So to give you understanding, a super backer is someone that spends or that not spends but has backed at least 50 projects. Like Kickstarter love these people.
Yeah,
So,
we, I guess.
yeah, so we love them too. So here's what one of the super backers from our comments said. He said, "Right now I'm spooning out one of my own kidneys, the good one, to put it on a popular auction site so that I can be a part of this. Your previous stuff is as charming as it is lovely and cool. I want to be there, just minus a kidney."
I love that.
You know,
So he wins the best
he
comment
wins-
award.
he wins comment award.
What was the first name on that?
Andrew?
That was
Andrew.
Andrew. Hey, shout out to Andrew.
So
Kidding.
and so keep going. Yeah, Chip, the Facebook rules. So Charlie's saying, what do you think is the best streaming platform for things like this? I mean, I think it's more where your audience is. So
wherever your audience is.
yeah, because I have there's 14 or 13 on Facebook right now, and there's 54 or 53 watching on YouTube. And the thing about the YouTube is it's a little more archival, it's more editable. The comments that are in the live stream will stay up on the YouTube video, and then people that come after the fact can still watch that stream later on, and they can make comments on there. You can put links in there probably better than you could probably do all the same things on Facebook. I just don't know how to do it as well. And there is a difference between the way you stream on your personal page on Facebook versus how you would stream on your fan page or your business page. And hey, thanks, Charlie. And thanks, Jared. I'm actually speaking at Jared's writing conference in August at Eagle Mountain. Jared, what's the name of the writing conference again? I'm drawing a blank. Should talk about the celebs that come to your booth and see their characters. Let me show you. I'll show you guys some of that's a good idea. Thanks, Sarah. Your daughter-in-law said that I should share these.
Sarah also says we should talk about the celebrities.
That's what I said.
Oh,
So I'm going to share those right now.
okay.
I'm going to share some of those photos.
One of my favorite, of course, is Brianna Hildebrand, that played Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah.
It's
So-
a fun story.
Here's Machete.
Now, here's an interesting thing about this. Hopefully, she's not watching. The woman in the background that you can see right there, and she's looking right at the camera. Oh,
Yeah.
she's not. Okay. The other pictures, she's
looking
right
at
the
you?
camera. Yeah.
Oh, because she wants to say hi, probably.
Well, no. That's his manager. That's his
Oh.
agent.
Oh, okay.
And she should know of all people.
The woman in the
not
background.
to photobomb.
I'm showing this on YouTube, you guys. So if you're on Facebook, I'm sharing photos of celebrities. So what's his name again?
That's Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo. And there is a rule that if a celebrity comes to our booth, I'm never there.
Yeah, I know.
So we have that
It started
rule
with Jody Benson.
in place. Here's for you MMA fans. Here is Dodson. What's his name? What's his first name?
John Dodson.
John Dodson.
He's the magician.
No. He's MMA.
They call him the magician.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Oh.
I asked. I actually met Rulin
Gardner.
and I asked him if he knew him. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's the magician."
Well, so I watched him on The Ultimate Fighter, which is a reality show for MMA, and he had the best personality of anybody in the house. Okay,
He's
so
awesome. I mean, he was so much fun. His whole family was there. I wish I would have got a picture of them.
then you got Kate Flannery
She's neat.
from The
So
Office.
I've seen her twice. I actually went to her booth last time, and she remembered me, and I gave her a free little print. Like, oh,
Why don't I
Chip,
have
you want-
Teenage Negasonic Warhead in here?
You don't have her? Yeah, you do. It's a selfie.
I don't have it in
She's by
this.
the big tall guy.
You see her in here?
No, because I can't see. Here's my glasses. It doesn't matter.
here's our first business meeting
Here, I
with
have her here.
Ian, and I think we had Annalise on the phone.
Oh, look at that! And notice the shirt I'm wearing. That's a Will Terry illustration. I got all the Will Terry stuff. This shirt too, for those of you at home, is well, it's one that we don't sell, but people ask if they can get one.
Right.
You can't.
So who else do we have? Let's see. Where are we? Oh, we're at 4,500. So we're 75% of the way there. I don't have Brianna Hildebrandt, but I do have some of the
I have her. I'll
tattoos.
find her.
Some of the tattoos that
Oh yeah, we got the.
that people have
that's
gotten.
silly. Someone asked me yesterday if we get royalties for those. I said when they die, we get their pelt.
Did you really?
It was just
That's kind of gross.
well, we don't really. It was sort of a laugh out loud thing. I was kidding, but yeah, it is gross. I think it comes tanned though. It has to be tanned. You didn't mention also Marcella Lucia. Oh well, there's some. Do you have any of these celebrities on there? Oh, they didn't really come to our booth.
No.
Okay.
I had the main ones, but I'm
Yeah.
missing Brianna, so you'll have to send me that.
She's kind of a main one.
She's the one that played Teenage Negasonic Warhead in Deadpool.
So she
And
came
of
to the
course-
booth, and I didn't recognize her at all. And she's like, "Do you have teenage? Let's see, was it teenage? Do you have
Mhm.
Teenage Negasonic Warhead? Negasonic Teenage Warhead?"
Right.
And I'm like, "Who the heck is that?" And she's like, "Well, she's that girl, and she's in Deadpool." I'm like, I don't think anybody would want to buy that one." And she's all, "Well, that's my favorite superhero." And she's this young, cute young thing there, and I'm like, "Well, that's me." No. First, she showed me a picture of her in the Deadpool thing.
I wouldn't have
So this
recognized
was
her either, I don't
Can
think.
you see that at home?
Here we go. That's for Facebook. Right there.
That's
And then this is for
YouTube.
which I'll have to wait for the delay. Everybody's like, there's a 4-second delay.
Yeah. So
So if I get it right, I won't be able to hold it there, right?
Right. Anyway, so yeah. So
That's because I'm not on camera here.
So she
Hold on.
says that's her favorite. And then she shows me a picture of her in the brochure, and there's pictures of people you can go and they get their signatures and stuff. And I said, "Oh, I think she's here signing autographs somewhere." And she goes, "That's me." And then I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm not very good with faces." And didn't we had just seen like Deadpool a month before that, or a week or two? Anyway, so that was a lot of fun.
So there's that.
So there's that. So we got that going.
I like to say so there's that.
Like I'm gonna owe you some
Now-
lunch.
Are you gonna owe me lunch?
Now this one's fun. Now this is this girl. Here you go. This girl wanted us to do a Sharknado one.
Okay.
She's like,
What's her
"I wanna
name?"
do Sharknado. Her name's Marissa. Let's see, Marcella Lucia, and she's in Sharknado 4. She's one of the stars, which of course I didn't know that. I'm like, who would want to buy a Sharknado? She's like, "Well, I would. I'm in that movie." Anyway, so she was a sweetheart.
I don't know if the camera can get that's
Nah,
about,
but it's Marcella Lucia. She's really sweet and kind and all that. And it was just neat to have her come and
oh, there we
grace
go.
our booth.
Thank you. I wasn't aware.
Yeah, so Wayne's really into the celebrities.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I want to meet Wonder Woman at FanX. She'll be there. And you know what? I want to meet Alice Cooper too. I've always been an Alice Cooper fan, but don't tell that to my mom. I don't think she approves.
So we're getting there.
We're close. We're getting there.
Should I stay? I guess I should stay
And
on.
here's something to say. So, like next week, Tuesday morning, we're getting up at the crack of dawn. In fact, since daylight savings time is going to happen, it'll be even before the crack of dawn, and we're going to drive to Seattle.
Uh-huh.
And so, any of you that are in Seattle, go to Emerald City Comic Con, and we will be there, and we'll show you our mock-up book that we have, and you can brag that you got one already coming. And we will give you a free 5x7 picture of Groot and shake your hand, give you a hug, whatever. And we'd love to see you there. Then after that, we're sending our people on the road. Actually, Annalise, she's one of the helpers here now. She's behind the scenes right now, helping answer questions and things. Her mom and dad.
I'm putting so while he's talking, and I'm sharing David Lee Roth's interview on Joe Rogan because everybody's saying that Wayne looks like David Lee Roth does. Now, not the old David Lee Roth.
No, I don't look like the old good-looking David Lee Roth,
The
and I act like.
how
him
many of you
too.
think that Wayne looks like? If you're on Facebook, I'm sharing this on
No,
YouTube
no.
right now.
David Lee Roth looks like me. No, you're right. I look like him. Yeah, thumbs up or whatever. If he looks at me, isn't that funny? I'm gonna have to watch that.
So
I feel like saying Panama or like might as well jump or something, you know. Right now, these words are coming to mind.
anyway, I had to do that. So you were telling them where we're gonna be?
Yeah. So then after that, Chicago C2E2, and then the week after that, Anaheim. And I'm not sure the name of the convention, if it's WonderCon or Anaheim Con or
Right.
Comic Con. Yeah. So Sarah Andreessen was there when you missed Jody Benson by about 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
But she gave you this.
Yeah.
I got this for you.
That's the voice of Ariel.
Yeah.
So yeah. So here's what I get. I get cool trinkets after the fact.
Yeah.
Let me.
Jody Benson was there, and she was actually going to buy one, and I'm like, "Oh, let me give you one." And she says, "Nope, everybody offers these to her." And I said, "How about trade for a signature?" And so she signed one for Will and one for me. And
Get me the Ray Park.
Ray Park. Yeah. Now, did you meet him or you?
Yeah, I met him.
Okay.
That he is actually a celebrity that I met.
He is
But
a nice guy. So
he really is.
one. He gave me a hug.
So we gave him one of these and
In trade.
yeah, for his signature, and his handler got really mad. But
Yeah,
whatever.
he's like, we're not supposed to do that. There's always the person there. That's like me when you know what I mean. When you're like, okay, we should give
Yeah.
this away. I'm like, well, how about?
Right.
How do they pay some money? Did this- oh, here it is.
So Anaheim is WonderCon. Yes. WonderCon's in Anaheim.
Sounded kind of like it might
Did I hear Fan Expo earlier?
And then
Which
Fan X,
which
we're
one
gonna
is
be at
that?
Fan X. That's one in Salt Lake.
So the Salt Lake one in the spring,
Yeah, and that's we're gonna be at that one.
and then
It says looks that David Lee Roth looks like a retired lounge singer selling doors door to door. And he looks like me, so maybe I could be a retired lounge singer. But I don't want to sell anything door to door.
that was on Facebook. Found out yesterday we'll be setting up at the same time at Denver. Oh, cool.
Okay, so who's that?
Have we met Raj?
Oh, we're not going to meet. Oh yeah, Denver. We'll be there.
And if we have, I apologize. I'm a face person. If I've seen you once, you're in trouble. If you are being
like on
wanted, yeah. If you're wanted, you don't want to bump into me. But if you have a name, you're fine because I'll never
We have
remember.
a name, and I can't remember either.
It's weird, and I know that some of you out there are like me. When you meet someone, I'm like, for some reason, I guess it's my brain is scattered when I meet someone for the first time, and I'm a little nervous. Like, and the it's almost like my brain is like, well, we don't need the name, and it just tosses it right out. And then 30 seconds later, I'm like, I know this person told me their name, but why did I not do anything with it? You know?
Yeah. Also, I'm going to be at FitCon at the Salt Palace. So it's basically for muscle men.
FitCon.
Yeah. It's like if you're a muscle man or woman, or if you're a bodybuilder or an extreme dieter, or if you just like to do those crazy events.
Okay, Raj.
FitCon is I think it's the 12th of April. And then the following week, Salt Lake City Fan X. FitCon's cheaper to get in, I guess.
I'm looking up Raj right now
Raj.
because we've met.
See who okay. And then, of course, Phoenix will be there.
Let's see.
And Denver.
If you have a photo on your site of yourself, but you don't, Raj.
¿Qué es la problema? But see now, if he had his booth, a picture of his booth, I recognize those a lot of times.
Right.
Because they're artwork.
Okay, well, let's meet again, and I'll try. Okay, on Instagram, I'll look that up. Thank you, Raj.
And then, and come say hello in Denver.
Okay,
We'll be
are
the ones with the wheelchair.
we crossed the $5,000 Rubicon there, so we're it could take all day to get to 6,000 though. So I don't know if we want to keep streaming or not.
We can go for I would say we could probably go for full hour. But we don't have to. Well, we got our peeps on
you guys
there.
stop, please.
Put your headphones on, Jake.
Jake is getting tired of
Make
this.
fun of us.
So it looks like we're started.
Bring
We're
the
launched.
camera over there and interview Jake. Probably a lot of people would rather see him than us.
Yep. So some people are probably at work right now and they're wondering why they're still watching this. And
because they've checked their email already, right?
So 170 backers. So last time in the 30 days we had 750. So that's a good start. And we really appreciate it for all of you that are watching that have backed. It is truly humbling to be able to do something like this and to have the confidence to actually put it out there and just kind of do it like this. So it's really fun. And we're having fun with this one. Yeah, it's a neat thing to be able to do something like this. I'm just going to check a couple of the other streams. I'm getting a bunch of messages right now on my messenger app. Let's do a little housekeeping here. We'll keep it going a little bit longer. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer questions about Kickstarter. If I know the answer, if I don't, then I probably can't answer it. But anyway, yeah.
Let me see if I got some questions on the Facebook thing here. Back to that.
Let me go back there.
Back to Facebook. Back in there.
Sick kids at home, so you got to watch. Oh, that's too bad. That's not a good reason to be able to watch. Thanks, dude. Hannah. Yeah, we're getting close there.
Most of them are grown men living in the basement that never got jobs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just kidding. I don't know who they really are. Okay, here's one. Hello from New Mexico. Let me know. Okay, good. That's not a question, but
What else can we share?
hey, Proman look.
I'll share.
Who's Rob Proman? Didn't Millsap says Rob Proman?
I'll just share some. I'll just start.
Ron Proman, probably.
Maybe just share some pictures from.
Ron Proman look alike?
This is me and Wayne when we first started doing this.
That would be good.
If I could take the camera from Facebook and aim it down, I would. But you can check us out on the live stream.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I'll put that link on again.
So is there any kind of a page limit that you are supposed to hit in order to have a Kickstarter? Like, are you doing a collection of illustrations? I'm not sure, Kendra, what you mean by page limit. Could you just clarify that a little bit more? Like, are you talking about you're saying like if you're doing a collection of illustrations? So do you mean a number of illustrations? Because like on this one, I have 70 new ones, and I'm printing 30 of the old ones to complete family character sets. I'm assuming that's kind of what you mean. And no, I don't think there's any limit to what you can do. I tried to find this because I was going to share this on this stream. I saw this, and if anybody can find this or knows where it is, I would love to have a link to it because I will save it for future. But when Kickstarter first started, and I think this was about 5 years ago that I saw this, and when I search on Kickstarter, I cannot find it for the life of me. But some people didn't know, especially older people like me, and even older people. We technologically challenged people didn't really get, yeah, like Wayne, what Kickstarter is all about and how it like how it works and what you're actually trying to do there. So there was a guy who wanted to become an illustrator, and he had a day job doing something like plumbing or something like that. I know he was in a trade, and he set up his camera. He didn't do any homework or anything. Didn't have any accounts on social media. He just set up a camera in his dirty kitchen. And keep in mind the background was piles of dishes. They had just eaten. The table was full of dishes and still had food. And he set up the camera. Well, actually, his wife handheld it across the room. And he looked like he was I would say he looked like he was in his mid to to early 60s, somewhere in there.
So,
And his
Ryan,
pitch, yeah, he was your age.
David Lee Roth. And
Yeah.
then-
He said his wife was hand holding the camera, so it was a shaky cam. And he said in the video, "Hey, you guys, I want to be an illustrator, and I want to illustrate children's books, and I've never been able to illustrate children's books before. So this is where you come in. I need you to pledge on my Kickstarter here." And I think he had one tier, if I remember. And he said, "I need you to give me money, and if I can raise 60,000, that's 60,000. I get paid 60,000 at my job, my current job, a year.
And that'll give me a year.
Then
to
that'll
go.
give me a year's worth of money, and I can quit my day job, and I can start to work on becoming a children's book illustrator." And during the video, one of the toddlers, I don't know if it was his grandkid or one of his kids, but came up to him in a diaper, a dirty diaper, and he picked him up during the video and started cuddling. It was actually kind of endearing.
Yeah, that works.
And that's actually a Kickstarter I'm looking for, because if I ever do a talk on how to run a Kickstarter, that would be a great video to show, like, what not to do, as a kind of an icebreaker.
Now, I want to know, did he fund?
What's that?
Did he fund?
No,
Okay.
he I don't think he got any pledges at all. And you can right now look on Kickstarter and you can see projects that are similar where, not necessarily to that degree, but where people are. You never saw that one, Hannah, or Jocelyn? Sorry. And again, if anybody can find that one, I really want to see that one again. I searched terms like on Kickstarter, like quit my day job and things like that, and I couldn't find it under that. But
Is this camera
doesn't dictate
on you?
minimum
It looks
maximum
like
book
you moved
size.
it way over there.
What's that?
The YouTube.
I
camera.
started out over here.
No, the
This is so
YouTube
that you
camera.
can be in the YouTube camera.
Yeah, what's it?
It's wide. It's in there.
Okay, it
Yeah.
just looks like it's aiming over there.
No,
I
'cause
thought
if I
maybe you
go
bumped it. I
stop,
bumped things.
If I go stop, you can see us on
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah.
It
So
could
I
be a
think it's
little
kinda
over here.
changed.
Doesn't he look like David Lee Roth does today? So that's a story. And then, so you can find Kickstarter projects now where, you can easily tell that someone has just basically dumped this project onto Kickstarter. And we're going to decline that.
Those unknown calls.
And Kickstarter in the early days, when people didn't know what it was and were kind of cruising around and just poking around to see what there was, I think you could actually get some pledges like that. But now that people haven't shipped their projects on time, so some people, I'm still waiting for a project I'm waiting for two projects, one that's 3 years old and one that's 2.5 years old. And one is actually not on Kickstarter. One was an Indiegogo. It's a fly rig that you can pose. And what's funny is after they made that fly rig, and it went really popular on Indiegogo, and I think they made $600,000 on their Indiegogo. A lot of knockoff companies from China started flooding the market with these, and that's what happens with a lot of products, because it takes so long to get there. And another one is a book I'm still waiting for, and I think that has kind of soured some people. And that's one of the reasons why on this Kickstarter I wanted to be completely finished, so that as soon as the Kickstarter ends, we can put in our order. And I think that it would make people a little bit more, just a little bit more confident in supporting the Kickstarter, knowing that they're actually going to get it. Hey, Michael. Hey, and if you guys don't follow Michael and Reikovich and Curtis, I'm going to find their website and put it up here. And Michael, if you're on Facebook, I'm streaming on YouTube right now. And I would never be able to spell Reikovich if it wasn't up there. Let's see. I'm just going to share this on the YouTube. So if you're not there, go over to YouTube. And these are some of our friends, and they're looking at doing a Kickstarter. And I just love Curtis's work. And so just kind of sharing that right now, because I saw Michael on Facebook, and we see them at so many different shows. And it's one of the things I'd say that I didn't realize was going to happen when we started doing a lot of the comic conventions is it's like joining the carnival, really. only, I would say the caliber of people is just like a half a step up from being a carny, right? And you just make all these friends, and everybody, you see people that you haven't seen, in sometimes a year or sometimes a few months, and you kind of talk shop and like, what do you think this show's going to do? And you go out to dinner with some of them, and just super fun. And so these guys, I think I'm trying to encourage them to do a Kickstarter, because I think they could do really well with a book of their characters. They certainly have enough there right now. So there you go. I'm showing the Reikovich.
Oh, good, because he
stuff.
just talked to us, and
Yeah.
I mentioned
Yeah.
them earlier. These are friends. This is
Yep. And let me
some big stuff.
I'm going to go over to let's see, to Derek's campaign. So here's Derek's Kickstarter campaign, and he launched this just a few days ago. And like I said before, we're kind of cross promoting each other a little bit, and he does fan art characters as well. And he works for, I probably should mention it, actually. He's gotten in trouble before. Some of the companies that he works for just don't even want him mentioning their name. So he probably almost had a heart attack that I almost mentioned the people that he's working for.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, we're going to actually do a video this weekend, because I wanted to interview him, because he does do a lot of really good freelance work, and want to find out whatever he can kind of tell us. Because on my YouTube channel, I give advice and I do interviews and stuff like that, with people that I think are really interesting, to people who are doing. Let's see. Oh, I want to go back out to our Kickstarter. I would have thought that it would have gone there. Let's see. Let's go back. That's funny that it wouldn't go back to it. We're close to funding.
Where are we?
We're at 5,075. So
We got 9 minutes.
we're so close.
Well, we need you guys.
Out to lunch.
We need you guys, because I bet Ian that we would fund in less than an hour, and I'm gonna owe him a lunch pretty soon here.
So if someone just coughs up the rest, they can come with us to lunch. Right. We'll
Right.
pay their, it'll be at Five Guys.
I don't think I shared Derek's, because I think I was off. I think I was on the camera when I put that on
Okay,
there.
So
If you guys are joining in right now, I'm on YouTube streaming this live and sharing my screen.
I have shared the link.
I don't. Can we redesign this bet, Ian? I don't think we're going to make it in an hour.
That's good,
I think we're going to come as close as you can possibly get, though.
How much do you need, Will?
There you
Jake,
go.
will you kick in, and I'll buy you this way? I'll buy you lunch if you.
Well, I don't know who eats more. I'll tell you what. You don't want me to kick in.
That's true.
I'm
See, that just tripped some more people right there.
Yay!
So Everett's.
Cover book super early bird.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
So Everett Watkins is asking, do we have a critique system in place for SVS monthly subscription? It's only in the live classes right now. It's been, the problem with that is with the amount of projects that we have, it's been really difficult to set up a critique system for subscribers. However, and we're talking about SVS Learn. I'll just bring that up right now.
And I'll say shout out to Jennifer Pearson, who just got one. Where's the big
I can't
countdown?
type now.
Where does it say how we're doing?
We're getting close. I'm just going to share this right now. This is the site I'm talking about. But if you go to the forums, and I don't know if you already have, Everett, but you really can get a lot of good critiques in here from other students. And
get critiqued.
yeah, and from other
Oh, from
teachers from
them.
time to time.
Yeah,
And so anyway,
because everybody's a critic.
yeah, and look at that. Chip put in there that I got my new Kickstarter up. So cool. Awesome.
Right on, Chip.
I'm gonna like that. Oh, I have to log in order to like that.
No, just
This is-
show your password.
This is our our society now, right? We're just everything is likes and shares. And oh, we're getting close, Ian.
I know we are. We're getting
Yeah,
super close.
we need $400. Man, maybe I should kick in.
I don't think you
Actually,
can fund your own thing.
no, you can't. So
We'll kick you off.
yeah, so you guys don't. If you're running a Kickstarter, don't ever fund your own. You can get your Kickstarter canceled.
I think it's okay for your mom too, if she loves you.
Yeah.
And even if she doesn't.
Let me say something. Yeah, a cautionary tale to those that try to fund their own Kickstarter. The big brother in the sky knows if you're doing those types of things.
What do you
So
call it again?
the big brother in the sky.
No, turfing.
Astroturfing. Or the idea is you take like a bunch of fake emails and try to put stuff on your Kickstarter. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Sounds
That
like
is
black
not a
cat.
bad idea. That's a really bad idea. Don't ever do that. So,
Okay.
All right.
So
And
I
why would you
very
want to fund
important.
your own just so you don't have to go to lunch? I mean, maybe we can speak to that. Why would you fund your own?
Why would you fund?
Well,
your
you
own?
want seed money in there, right? I mean,
I guess you want it to fund. So if you're really close to funding and it doesn't, then,
right,
then you don't get any money.
right,
And so
right. So you want to kick in the last little bit
right,
sometimes,
then
and
you just
you're tempted to do
better not.
that,
So
but
that
don't.
sort of speaks to the person who asked, why would you put your thing at 6,000
Right.
instead of say 20,
Right,
or
right,
50,
right.
or
Right.
100,000?
Yeah. So, so there's that, and then let's see, you got one. Oh, good. Thanks, Jennifer.
She says thanks to you as well.
Do we have any classes at Teach Clip Studio? We kind of almost did. We actually don't want to stay out of the business of teaching software simply because of how often software changes. And lynda.com is doing a good job, and they actually have a staff that can keep up on that. When Lynda sold that company, they had 200 employees, and they probably have even more now. But they have the manpower and the woman power to be able to make those updates. So as soon as they thanks Wayne, yeah, as soon as they come up with a new version of a program, yeah, we're almost there. But I think we only have 4 minutes, and I think that I'm going to owe you a lunch by only a few dollars too. That's crazy.
For lunch.
That's crazy.
Well, it's good when it's close. I mean, I think that we do need to stick around at least till 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so we'll stick
And
around.
see who buys whom. for lunch.
Whom buys whom?
Who buys whom?
my pledge just for 30 minutes.
No.
No. Just
No.
He's like, are you kidding me? Jake's kidding. So Jake offered to pledge something and then undo it in 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, no, don't do
But he's
that.
kidding.
Yeah.
You didn't announce I was a backer.
Oh, Jake's a backer, you guys. Ding, ding, ding.
Yay! And Jake's a backer.
Let's see.
Hey, because Jake knows he's going to do
There
more
we go.
Kickstarters than you, and you kind of have to back
Well, yeah.
your partner.
Well, what's cool is
Now we're tied, Will.
I actually. What's that?
We're tied for Kickstarter.
Oh, are you?
The number?
Three and I've done
Yeah, but you don't have a failed one. I have a failed one.
See, so you won.
He said Jake says we're
shoot.
tied on number
Yeah,
of
you gotta do-
Kickstarters.
I'll
and-
back that one.
You can just ask for a pizza on a Kickstarter.
Okay, so I'm going to end this broadcast in 3 minutes at the top of the hour. That is a 1 hour broadcast. I bet Ian that we would fund in 1 hour, and it is crazy. Oh my gosh, we might get there. Look at that.
Where are you
guys.
looking?
I'm
Where's-
looking right here.
Okay. Oh my gosh. How many more minutes do we have?
If you back this and Ian owes me lunch, then I promise to eat a little bit and make it
Send
keto
the rest to
friendly.
you. Oh.
Yeah.
No, and in fact, will you go vegan? Oh, there
Okay,
it goes.
I gotta bring
Oh,
up the
no!
clock. I gotta bring up the clock
So
here.
close.
So we got a minute and a
A
half.
minute and a half. Oh gosh. Okay.
That's you couldn't.
I think
There's no way you could plan this.
No, there's no way.
So look at this number right
Maybe
here.
we
If
pre-recorded
if we
this.
make 6,000 in 1 minute, he owes me lunch.
If we make
And if we-
make another $125,
25.
$24.
Yeah,
in 1 minute.
in 1 minute we
Well,
have.
maybe-
Otherwise, I owe
I
him
got 2
lunch.
minutes on here. Whose clock are you looking at?
Hey, if you're listening
Oh.
to this and you haven't backed the Kickstarter, come on, help a guy out.
I think all these guys
1
have.
minute.
Well, Terry,
I think all these guys have.
Oh yeah.
So-
okay,
Come on,
so we need to
people.
go out and then just
45 seconds.
text somebody.
Ian, you know what? To
Text
be
your
fair,
mom.
Ian
Mom!
Ian is a poor college student. I
That's
hope that I
true.
have to buy him lunch.
I did too,
Pull
but I
out
wanted
that-
to be
pull out
closer
that
than
credit
that.
card.
Have your credit card ready. And we're gonna do a
I
countdown.
feel like Jerry Lewis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like never
And
mind.
Ed
I say
McMahon.
I feel like one of his
Uh-huh.
kids.
Yeah.
But that's
If
I
you're
wish
young,
my
you don't
best
get that
Jerry Lewis
reference.
impression right now, but I don't.
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna make it.
I think we got 25 seconds.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
This is a bummer. Then I feel way let down.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
We
Who was that?
We
That's
made
your new
it.
best friend.
Somebody.
Whoever did that.
Yeah.
You owe me lunch.
Oh, and you're like,
Look.
oh,
5 seconds left.
Take a picture of that. Take a picture.
You
of that.
cannot write this. And it should it has a time at the
It's
bottom of the
so
screen
funny.
too. Yeah.
Do a screenshot.
That's hilarious.
defeated.
All right.
That's actually really funny.
Hey,
All right, looks like
um,
I'm gonna take well out lunch.
Thank you guys. Hey, good to see you, Scott.
Good show. Good
Yeah.
show.
that was great. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
We got 30 days of this, so
See you in 30
tell a
days.
friend.
Yeah, in 30 days. Well, I will keep
Pass it on.
updating these videos, and I will update the playlists with like other videos on like what we're doing in the middle of the campaign and what we're doing at the end. I'll show what we're doing for shipping. I'll show what we're doing for fulfillment. I guess that's the same thing, but what we're doing at checkout. And
Can we- one more thing.
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Can we see how many of the 300 books? I guess there's probably.
Well, you
around-
can go over. Let's see.
see how many books are left. So, like
So
I
you
say,
can
tell a
see
friend.
On
There's still a bunch of books left.
hardcover, there's 163.
backers.
Yeah, so there's others that other.
And people that just backed. People
Let's see,
that
16
pledged.
on that want the wizard pack. So that's
Okay.
what made up the difference, I think.
Right.
So anyway,
So there's 100. So there's still.
yeah. So I'll be thanks you guys for that are watching
Okay, so there's
on both streams
137
right now.
left. 137 books left.
And yeah, so there's still some of the deals left. If you share them with people that you know that might want this, we would definitely be appreciative. And we'll see you on the next videos. So cool. Anyway,
All right.
talk to you
Thanks,
guys
everybody.
later.